Hi, Michelle. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Good, perfect. So welcome to this class. And this class is going to be just a little bit different because today we're going to translate some paragraph from a story. And to start, I'm going to explain. I'm going to ask you a question. I don't know, how do you feel when you translate, I don't know, a song, or if someone asks you to translate something? How do you feel about translation?
I feel okay because sometimes um, I don't know how to think in both ways, but I do as best as I can.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's the most difficult about translation, right? So we have to think in the both languages, and we have to put that same feeling as for example, English to Spanish, or Spanish to English, right?
Yeah, too much the words can be difficult sometimes to find the right ones.
Exactly, to find the best way to transmit that same feeling. Okay,
Yes.
Mitch. So I'm going to project a part of the story, and you have to read it. After read it, you have to translate word by word. It doesn't matter if it has makes sense or no. Okay, so you have to translate that part of the story word by word. Got it? But you have to write it down on the chat, and I'm going to give you 1 minute. And then after the minute, you have to read it, what you wrote.
Okay.
Perfect? Okay, let me show you. Okay, here we have the first one. Can you please read it?
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna read it. It's don't grab Alfie, said Mommy. Can you think of a better way to get a cookie?
Okay, so now you have 1 minute to, you can write on the chat the,
Okay.
the translation word by word, please.
Okay. Mm, mm. It's not letting me. One
Uh-huh.
second. I can do it here.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay. It's not going. Mm. Mm. Um, it's not coming. The chat. It's not coming. Hmm. How do I put the chat on this?
Oh, it's because you are on your cell phone, right? Okay,
Yeah.
don't worry about it. Can you please translate that part of the story word by word? Tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me.
So word by word is uh, no agarrar Alfie dijo mamá can puedes tú pensar de una mejor manera para agarrar una galleta.
Okay, perfect. So, do you think in the way you say or you translate that phrase, it has make sense?
It um it kind of makes sense, but word by word, no.
Okay, perfect. So
Mhm.
now, imagine that you are a book translator. Okay, so remember that if you are a good translator, it's because you have to translate from L1, I mean language one, to
Mhm.
language 2, right? So can you please make a good translation about this part of the story?
Okay. Let me see. Alfie, no agarres, dijo mamá. ¿Puedes pensar de una mejor manera para agarrar una galleta?
Okay, it sounds better, right?
Yes.
Yes, of course, perfect. Okay, so let's make another one. Okay, can you please read it?
Okay. In English or
Yes,
translate?
yes, in English, please.
Okay. He cut and he colored. Soon Alfie had his own cookies.
Perfect. So now the same activity. You have to translate it word by word, and then in a good way, like a
Okay.
book translator. Perfect.
Okay. Él cortó y el color. Pronto Alfie tuvo sus propios galletas.
Okay, perfect.
And then translator is él cortó y coloreó sus pronto Alfie tuvo sus propias galletas.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So it sounds better, right? When we put a feeling into the translation, it sounds better, right?
Yes, it sounds.
So we don't need to change the message or the whole message to transmit the same feeling from English to Spanish, right?
Right.
So how do you feel about these kind of activities? Do you like translate?
I feel I like to translate because it's very useful for a lot of things. Like if for job, for example, sometimes people speak Spanish a lot, so they need help for those things when they don't know something. For example, if you work somewhere, like they need a translator, that's really helpful.
Exactly. So do you use a lot of translation in your job or in your real life?
Yes, I do. I translate every time, like with my parents or with my husband. He speak English, so I have to translate a lot. Also in my job, I do translate.
Perfect. Excellent.
Yes. Mhm.
So do you think you will be a good book translator?
I think I can be a really good one. But I need more practice because sometimes I get stuck or I forget a lot of in Spanish. And so I need to remember a lot and it's good to do translation because you remember both sides.
Exactly. Okay. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope this activity can be joyful or useful for you. And thank you for sharing your knowledge about English and translation.
Welcome, Lucy.
Thank you.
Se acabó. Ajá.